Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing okay. I hope that you're comfortable. Um, so today I wanted to talk about dry eyes. As all us Sjögrens warriors know, Sjögrens is a lot more than just dry eyes and dry mouth. But I say just, these things, we're going to concentrate on dry eyes today, but dry eyes can be really, really uncomfortable and it can be detrimental. If we don't look after our eyes, all sorts of things can happen, and a lot of them could lead to vision loss. I don't want to scare anybody. All I'm saying is that there is more to dry eyes than just having dry eyes. If we don't look after our eyes, if we don't keep going to the opticians and having them tested, we need to have regular checkups. If we don't do these things, then we might miss things that are happening to our eyes, because dry eyes can cause a lot of different issues. I've got a whole list of them. Things like corneal melting and corneal ulcers and vision loss and infections and all sorts of things. And yeah, I'll put a description for the ones that I have seen online, and I will put a little kind of explanation or description of what they are in the description below. So first of all, I'd like to encourage everyone to make an appointment and go and see their optician. I mean, in the UK, Boots is good, but you might know of other ones. Any reputable optician, and obviously in different parts of the world you'll have your own version. And nowadays opticians can check not only your eyesight, but they can see if there's any diseases, any changes in the eyes, and they can spot anything. And if there is something, then they can refer you to a specialist. But I've decided that I'm going to go and see the optician every 5 months, and I encourage you to do the same. So what does it feel like when you have dry eyes? Some people feel that they've got sort of sandy, gritty things in their eyes. Some people's eyes stream. Some people's eyes are just very, very dry. They just feel very, very dry. Another feeling that you could get is maybe you feel that your eyes are just have pain. Another symptom could be that you find the light disturbing you. So simple things you can do to avoid your eyes getting dry or just making them more comfortable. The first thing would be, if you are in a dry country with dry climate, or when it's summer, or even in the winter when the radiators are on, and it'd be wise to have some kind of humidifier. What I do in the winter is, when the radiators are on, I just get a ceramic bowl, and I fill it with water, and I just put it on my radiator. I know that places will have specific ones. I think they're kind of this shape, and they have a hook, and you put them on the radiators. So yeah, a humidifier would be really advisable. That would be really great for your eyes and your mouth. If you do read or watch TV or are on the computer, to try to have a lot of breaks in between. I know it's hard, but it's good to remind ourselves to have those breaks before our eyes become really dry and uncomfortable. So having breaks in between watching TV or reading is good. I will wear glasses when I'm reading, and depending on where the screen is, I'll use one or the other of my glasses most of the time, because I find that they kind of don't strain my eyes as much. I think if you have lenses, maybe stop using them. I've never used contact lenses, but I think if your eyes are dry, it probably will be impossible anyway. But I'm sure it's not a comfortable feeling, and I think I would avoid that and just wear normal glasses if you can. And also keep your eyelids clean. When you wear mascara, maybe wear mascara at the tip of your eyelashes and not all the way. Same with eyeliner or eyeshadow. Kind of avoid this bit. Kind of try to make things a bit higher up. Another thing is that some medication are drying for eyes. In my case, I take antihistamines every single day because I'm allergic to dust, and that's why I have these polyps. if I didn't take the antihistamines, it'd be even worse. I am supposed to have an operation, but that's a different story. But yeah, so antihistamines are very drying. I'll actually tell you the story about my dry eyes. So I had dry eye symptoms last year for the first time. And because it was my first experience with them, I didn't know what the symptoms were. So at first, I just found that my eyes were irritated, they were a bit red, and it was, I think, last summer. So I thought it was hay fever because I'm allergic to grass pollen, and normally antihistamines work. And I thought, wow, my eyes are really getting affected this year. And I kept putting antihistamine eye drops. Oh my goodness. So that was making my eyes even drier. So do not ever put antihistamine eye drops. And if you don't need antihistamines, try to avoid them. And also look at what medication you have and maybe research it or talk to your doctor and see if any of those cause dry eyes too. The other one is aircon, air conditioning, fans, smoke. That's another one. Try to keep away from people who are smoking or have the windows open or smoke outside or whatever. So all those things should help. Okay, so what kind of things can you get to help with dry eyes? So you could get over-the-counter eye drops, and it's always good to go for ones that are preservative free, especially if you're going to use the eye drops often. Yes, I just went and so hot. Oh, it's so hot. I just went and got things that I use. First of all, when I went to my chemist and I asked him if he had any eye drops for dry eyes, and he came out with all these samples. I'm not kidding. There was about 10 different things. There was eye cleaning swipes, there were different eye drops, different types. There were ones that were thicker ones. And he just gave me all these samples. Now, I've known this chemist for decades, and I just thought he was giving me these samples because I've been a customer of his for so long. But then, when I ran out of the eye drops that worked for me, I went to another chemist. I think I asked them for either, a sample of an eye drop. I think so, because then they came out with this whole lot of stuff as well. So I don't know about the other countries, but in London and possibly in the UK, if you go to your chemist and you tell them that you have dry eyes and ask them if they could give you some samples, I bet you anything that they will give you a variety of different types of products. Because everybody's different and different products will work on different people. So it was interesting because... Okay, so I realized that I wasn't holding the mic, but I think the volume was still okay because it was kind of near me. Yeah, so that, they're, like I said, they're thicker ones, thinner ones. For me, personally, the eye drop that has worked is called Hyabak. I don't know if you can see that. Where do I put this? There we go. Hyabak. That's just worked for me. It's the only one that's worked for me. There was another one that was supposed to be really great. Not only, she did warn that it might be a bit thick and your eyes you might not see very well at the beginning, but it'll be better or whatever. It actually made my eyes drier. So you really do have to test a few before you find the one that works for you. So now this is the one reason why I wanted to make this video. And the reason was my discovering a dry eye compress. And this one, I don't know about any other ones, I'm sure they all work the same, but this is what I used. And let me tell you a story about this. Let me open it up and show you what it's like. So there it is, like that. Yeah, so that's all you do. You put it in the microwave. Hold on. And it's got a thing here for the different kind of sizes, head sizes. I can't remember how long you put it in the microwave for. I think it's a minute. And it'll be nice and warm. And then you just put it over your eyes, right? And you lie down. Again, I can't remember for how long. I think it was 5-10 minutes. The instructions will be on it. I can't remember because I have only used it a couple of times. And the reason why I only used it a couple of times is because it really helps my dry eyes. And I did have dry eyes. I have hardly had dry eyes ever since I used this. That's how good it was for me. Before that, I was using the eye drop at the beginning when I had it badly, when I first had dry eyes, and I think I used these, gosh, I don't remember now, but it was at least 3 times a day, maybe 5 times a day. I know it was a lot at the beginning, and then after maybe a week, I realized that I only needed 3 times a day. Then I realized I only needed it between 1 and 3 times a day. But then I used this, and it really, really helped. I used it once, and I thought it was okay, but I still needed the eye drops. And then I used it again, and I didn't need eye drops ever again. The reason why it's good to use this rather than eye drops is because with this, it's warm because you heat it up, and it secretes your natural oils from your eyes, from the eye ducts or whatever they are. Try to do it just before you're going to sleep, because you'll notice that just after a few minutes of having it on, things go blurry because that's all the oil. Your eyes are like full of oil, and it's all natural, it's all you. So I think it's a brilliant, brilliant thing to use. Then I asked my optician about it. He's sitting there talking to me, and I said to him, what would you recommend for dry eyes? And he said, this eye drop, and just go get some eye drops, this eye drop, that eye drop. And I said, well, what about this mask stuff? And he said, oh yeah, they're brilliant. I have one, I use it, blah, blah, blah. And I thought that's really interesting that you're not recommending the eye mask first. You're recommending eye drops that will have something in them. I mean, as natural as they try to be, you know what I mean? So I said, first thing, try this first, and if it doesn't work, then go for the other options. So if self-help measures or eye drops don't help, then your doctor might recommend other things. I've just looked them up on a website. So the first thing they might recommend is a medicine called pilocarpine, sorry, I don't know how to pronounce it. And these are tablets that help you produce more tears. Yeah, help the body produce more tears and saliva, so it's good for both. Please ask your doctor and do your research, because I do not know anything about these medications. So do ask and find out, but it definitely helps the body produce tears and saliva. So that's a really good thing to know. Sorry, I just got to read this. So they may do a procedure to block the tear ducts with tiny man-made plugs to stop tears draining away. This can help keep your eyes covered with a layer of tears so they do not feel as dry. That sounds pretty good too. So those are the only 2 things that I kind of looked up quickly online. You should obviously talk to your doctor and see if they would be good for you, and also see if there's anything else as well that they can recommend. So yeah, let me know what your eyes are like, if you're suffering from dry eyes, if you always suffer from dry eyes with Sjögren's, or once in a while, or how does it work for you? Like I said, for me, I had it really badly at the beginning, and when I say at the beginning, I mean, I guess that was one of my main symptoms. And I did have eye issues for, I think, since 2017. And they were that I would get ocular migraines, and I would also have problems with bright lights. I mean, I like pretty much collapsed once in the shop because the lights were disturbing me so much, and my daughter had to get me an ambulance. And I thought I was going blind a couple of times. And I guess it all had to do with Sjögren's. Anyway, I hope this video was helpful. If it was, please press the like button. And if you'd like to subscribe, please subscribe. It will really, really help my channel. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.